This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the lobby yard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi.
Hmm.
If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello, welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 161. My name is Adam Patterson. With me today we have Kevin Rakestraw. How the hell are you, Kevin?
Pretty good.
Busy man.
Kind
A
of.
busy man, Kevin.
I got all sorts of shit going on.
Got a lot going on.
So much can't be stopped. Too much going on.
We're also joined by Ryan Hulse. How are you? Cool. What movie did we have you watch this week?
Heck.
Hick. This is from 2011. It's directed by Derek Martini. And picked this in honor of the Age of Adaline coming out this weekend. I wanted to do a little bit of a Blake Lively. Have a Blake Lively discussion.
All right.
This stars Blake Lively as well as Juliette Lewis, Rory Culkin, Chloe Grace Moretz. Am I missing anybody? Eddie Redmayne. Eddie Redmayne. Sorry.
Alec Baldwin? Did you say Alec
No,
Baldwin?
Alec Baldwin. I have a synopsis here. A Nebraska teen gets more than she bargained for when she sets out for the bright lights of Las Vegas. Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about Hick?
Oh, well. Chloe, Chloe, I'm not saying her name. Because I can't.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
She is a 13-year-old girl, and she decides to run away because her mom and dad are pretty much failures in life, and they're all about being alcoholics and really doing nothing for themselves. So she decides to run away after she has a birthday party at a bar, and there's no other kids there, and her one uncle gets her a revolver as a present, and she decides to take that and run away. So when she runs away, she first leaves her house, and Eddie Redmayne stops and picks her up, and they have a discussion that ends with her feeling very uncomfortable. So she tells him to let her out of the car, and he does, and then he drives off, and Blake Lively picks her up, and they go to one of Blake Lively's romantic interests, who is also a criminal interest, and they find out that this guy is working for Blake Lively's criminal interest, and he tells the kid that Blake Lively and this guy want time to themselves, so he takes her into quote unquote town, and while they're in town, he plays pool at a bar and asks her to stay in the car, and he tries to hustle somebody out of money, and he ends up failing, and she walks in out of nowhere because she's tired of waiting, and this guy that he hustles gets angry that he can't pay him. Anyone can pay him. So the guy who wins at pool decides to go into the bathroom and rape this 13-year-old girl. And he goes in the bathroom and begins to start to attempt to rape her. And Eddie Redmayne comes in and beats the shit out of him and then kills him.
Oh, that doesn't seem believable.
And then Eddie Redmayne tells her that Blake Lively gave him money to keep this girl out of her hair, and puts her in a hotel room. and she decides to run away from that. And they end up in a car ride in the middle of nowhere. She again gets angry and gets out of the car and runs into a cornfield. And Eddie Redmayne follows her, then rapes her,
Oh,
then
Jesus.
knocks her out and ties her up in a hunting shack.
Damn, this took an odd turn.
Yeah.
And while they're in the hunting shack, Alec Baldwin comes by and he just asks how long they're gonna be there, and then turns around and leaves.
Okay.
And Chloe gets knocked out, and she wakes up through Blake Lively being in a room. Blake Lively begins to untie her. Eddie Redmayne comes in,
Oh no.
shoots Blake Lively by accident,
Oh boy.
and then this little girl pulls out her pistol and shoots him.
Oh,
And
that's right. She had a gun the whole time.
yeah,
Whole time she had a gun,
supposedly.
and then decides
And
to use it at the end.
yes. And then Alec Baldwin comes in to see it.
Does he ask how long
It's,
they're gonna be?
He tries to pick up all the pieces,
Oh no.
and he tells this girl that
What girl?
I'm not saying her name.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yes. And he tells her that he is a sister who always wanted a daughter, but could never had one. And if she's still looking to run away, she can run there and send her.
Oh my goodness. That sounds
Oh my
terrible.
god. So what'd you think of this?
I liked it a whole lot better than I think I would have because Blake Lively is in it.
Ah, okay. So
So that bumped it up. Enjoyment
So you got
factor high because of
you got the Blake bump.
Blake. Oh,
got,
Blake
got the old
bumping it.
Blake bump. Okay.
Sorry, it was kind of boring at most parts, and
Well, I gotta say, judging from your little rundown, it sounds boring as
It
shit.
sounds like the most boring movie ever made. I did see this movie a long time ago, back when it came out.
I was gonna say, I thought you saw this. Now I gotta ask because you probably don't remember much from it.
I
Though.
remember almost nothing about this movie.
Nah, try as hard as you can to remember. What was better, actually sitting down and watching the film happen in front of your eyes, or listening to Ryan just give you play by play?
Probably the play-by-play because it was much shorter, and I didn't have to endure it as much. Yeah.
I'll agree with that. I saw this when it first came out, also,
Oh, so this is a rewatch for you.
and while I liked it for some reason back then, but yesterday when I rewatched it, I really didn't like it.
Oh, no.
At all.
Yeah, so we reviewed this on the site back when it came out. Gave it a 2 out of 10. Daniel reviewed that for us. This has a 5% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
It's just, it's just another one of those kind of Coen Brothers Tarantino ripoffs where it's supposed to be darkly comedic and it's got that crime element to it, sort of like Cut Bank. I'd compare it to definitely compare it to Cut Bank, but it's just so bad. The characters are so terrible.
Well, just judging from what Ryan said, like, what's the story? Like, what's the point of this? Like, why are we telling this story? It's just a girl running away from home and then running away again and then trying to run away again.
Pretty much.
And that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it. She had a gun the whole time but didn't use it, and everyone's trying to rape her.
Why you forgot that guy Anton?
What about Anton? What's Anton doing?
He's the father, but I know him now from Hell on Wheels. I didn't know he was previously.
Oh yeah, the guy from Hell on Wheels. Yeah. So this movie, not too good. I would not recommend this at all. Let's talk about some of Derek Martini's other movies. Derek Martini is
Sounds like a fake name.
yeah, yeah, it does. So he directed. Let's look. Really, he did. That was his first feature film. Oh no,
Okay.
I'm sorry. It looks like he did one in 2008 called Lime Life. That was a
Oh, he did
that was a feature with Rory Culkin and Alec Baldwin. So there's some connections there. Never heard of that movie actually.
Me either.
And then he did a short film called The Proposal. Then he did Hick. He's got a bunch of stuff in pre and post production, including The Curse of Downers Grove,
Ooh.
an untitled project, one called A Worthy Man, and then one called Cabin Pressure.
Oh boy. The Curse of Downers Grove is Bret Easton Ellis.
I see that. Yeah.
Is Rory Culkin the oldest one?
No, he's the youngest, I think.
Wow. Okay.
I think he's, yeah.
I thought the kid in what the fuck is that movie where you may have watched a long time ago? It has Creek in the name.
Mean Creek. That's Rory Culkin.
Really? Wow.
About what? Clue me
He
in.
looks totally different.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, he's grown up now.
How's his performance in Hick? Is he in Hick?
Yeah,
he is.
he's not really in it that much, but it's alright.
How's Eddie Redmayne? Is Eddie Creaser?
He's a psychopath, and he walks with a limp, and he absolutely flips out when people call him gimp or cripple, or he takes a large amount of offense.
Can't blame him.
And he rapes
True.
13-year-old girls.
That
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
that's
How,
hard to forgive.
how old would he be?
How old is Eddie Redmayne?
How old would he be in this movie? Like 25?
Oh god, now I gotta do math to figure out how old people are in their respective times. He's
How old is he now?
1 year older than us. He's 1 year older than us.
All right, so he would have been 20. When did this come out? This came out in 2011.
I wish there was like just
20.
I just want to hear the sounds of an adding machine. That's all I want to hear.
He would have been like 29. That's gross.
Yeah, it was 29.
It's fucking gross.
How was Blake Lively?
She was alright.
Well, I thought it got the Blake bump, and now you're just telling me that no, she's alright.
She makes my eyes happy and to stare at her. She's not that good of an actress.
She makes my eyes happy to stare at her. Oh, that's creepy.
But she's not that good of an actress.
Yeah, it's funny. For some reason, I thought Blake Lively was a country singer. Doesn't it sound like a country singer name?
It does sound like a country singer name.
I thought she was a country singer for the longest time that turned to acting, and then I found out that no, she's just been an actress the whole time.
I thought she was pretty good in The Town.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw Green Lantern, which was a nightmare for everyone involved. Savages, which I hated Savages, and I know you're a big fan of that one, Ryan.
Yeah.
And she was on.
Ryan, you like some Savages?
He's all about those Savages.
He's all about that movie. Loving it.
Did you like Savages for the Blake bump? Is that why you like that one?
No, I mean that helped it, but I like that movie better than this one.
Well, if you have to compare the two, I would say yes. I also like Savages more than Hick.
I haven't even seen Hick, but I would imagine I probably like Savages more than Hick.
They're actually not altogether dissimilar. I mean, they're both these kind of frantic crime style movies. They both have a similar look to them.
Okay. I never want to see either one.
No. Well,
I could say that.
well, you did see Savages.
I know, but I never want to see it again.
Okay.
And I never want to remember that I saw it.
Me neither. All right, let's go ahead and give you a drum roll, Ryan. What do you give Hick?
4.
That's a 4 out of 10 on Hick. What do you think about Age of Adaline? Is that going to get the Blake bump?
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what that is? You kidding me, dude?
No.
Aren't you're not following Blake Lively's career? What she's got coming out?
No, you people, you call me creepy, but I'm not that creepy because I don't like stalk them. They make me happy to look at them.
Age of Adaline is starring Blake Lively, and she's immortal.
Yeah, it sounds like yeah, like she just doesn't. She's been around forever.
Yeah, she doesn't age.
Okay. She's been 29 years old for almost 8 decades, man. Oh man, imagine the things she's seen.
All kinds of crazy shit, I imagine.
Probably just one romance that you're gonna see over and over and over again. You know, I've been alive for 8 decades, but let's focus on the romance that I had.
Not all the other crazy stuff that she's probably
Yeah,
been
not
through.
all the other insanity. It's by the guy who did Vicious Kind.
Yeah, I like this guy's other movies. He did another one I like too. Oh, Celeste and Jesse Forever. That was okay. It was okay.
Yeah, that's kind of. I was not expecting to see that.
Yeah, but I really liked The Vicious Kind, and this is getting pretty good reviews too. It's got a 75%, so
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's worth checking out. I doubt it. I'm not a big Blake Lively fan, and admittedly, I haven't seen many trailers for this, but it just looks like one of those typical, love stories with a little sci-fi twist.
I didn't know that this existed until now.
Really?
Yeah, I never heard of this at all.
That's funny. Yeah, it's.
I wouldn't mind having the soundtrack for this.
You want the soundtrack for Hick?
Most of the songs they played for it.
What movie are we talking about?
You're talking about Hick, right?
Hick.
Yeah. I don't remember the soundtrack at all, so I'm sure it was fine. You ever notice how these days you don't really hear soundtracks in movies too much anymore?
No, you always got a score mostly now.
Yeah.
It's got people doing scores.
It's interesting how that was like really big.
Thank God.
That was real.
I hate soundtracks.
I like them when used properly, but for the most
part, it looks like the soundtrack for Hick is mostly Bob Dylan.
Oh, okay. Well,
Ryan, a big Bob Dylan fan?
Sure.
All right.
I like him because my poor stepmom hated him, and I hate her. So
you liked him just
out of spite. He's a Bob Dylan fan out of spite.
Yes.
Interesting. All right.
I love the reason that you like things.
It's very odd.
It's mostly to spite people, or because you just like the way that they look.
Hey man, at least I can analyze it. At least I'm not just throwing random facts out there. I like Blake Lively. Oh, I like Bob Dylan.
That's true.
Right, you're giving reasons. You're backing that. You're backing it up, sort of.
It's sort of. Those are solid reasons.
All right. Any final thoughts on the Age of Adaline or Hick or Blake Lively, Ryan?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I think that'll wrap it up for the week. Send us your questions to podcastfilmpulse.net. Follow us on Twitter @FilmPulseNet, @FilmPulseKevin, and @MyLegsDon'tWork. And be sure to take a look at our Patreon page at patreon.com/FilmPulse and consider subscribing for as little as $1 a month. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson, and we will see you on Monday.
See you later.
Jesus Christ.
That was new. That one was new.
That's it.
Painting your baseboards, Kevin.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Your baseboards.
Oh, God. You're ridiculous.